Greetings, all. Shardvixen here. I am going to set up the music, so it'll be just a second. So I am here, just setting music. Because I always forget. So it'll be a minute. Also have a whole lot of other issues going on here. Whole lot of other issues going on. Because my camera keeps moving itself around. I feel like that's better, though. Maybe not. That's better. Okay, let's go back over here to that battery. Okay. There'll be a minute. We have a new new song I saw, so we will go ahead and play that one. But we're gonna pause it right now. Really quiet. All right, so let's see how that looks. Is it crooked? Or is my camera crooked? I don't know. Hang on. It's saying it's not balanced, so it could be a tripod. Watch out for the bumpy bumpies here. Do I want to go that far, or do I want to come up a little bit? See, it looks crooked. Is it crooked? It looks crooked to me. So I apologize. I don't know why the camera's crooked. It shouldn't be. The tripod and everything says it's balanced, so I don't know why it looks crooked, but it does. Anyway, okay. I'm going to stop looking at it, because then I'll just be freaked out by it. It looks better on my Twitch. Alright, so greetings all. As I said, Shardvixen here. I'm getting ready to read the Guardians of the Galaxy. We're starting with one of my favorite villains. There's two of them in the Guardians of the Galaxy. This one is one, and then Rancor is another one. So let's move along. So next week we'll be on 9 and 10, and that'll be it. Pretty sure we didn't read 7, right? I don't think we read 7 already. I think 7 was what we were reading. But next week will be 9 and 10, and then that'll be it. And then I won't be here for the week after that. But then the week after that, we will start with the X-Men. I'm going to start with classic X-Men. Hello, my love. It bounced in funny. It showed you as before my chat set came up. When I was playing No Man's Sky. I'm not playing No Man's Sky. Alright, so. And then later today, I'm going to do, I'm going to make some hidden paper clips is what they're called. I'm starting another journal, so I'll be working on that periodically. It's a small wedding journal for my cousin who's getting married. Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 7. She's no lady. She's Maleficent. Plus, the fate of Martin X and the secret of Starhawk. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Alright, so we have... see, I think... I'm trying to figure out which way would look better. That way? This way? Hey, single player, thanks for stopping by. I didn't stream yesterday. I wasn't feeling well, and I had an appointment, and then my daughter was like, let's go out, and she wanted to look for clothes. So we went out for clothes and spent some time together. We do that about twice a month, where we stay out all day. So, all right, so here we go. This volume is volume 1, number 7, December 1990. Go head-to-head, wireless, with the Nintendo double-player wireless head-to-head system from Acclaim. The two guys. Acclaim. Playing games on the Nintendo Entertainment Set will never be the same with Acclaim's new double-player system. The two-player set of wireless controls that really give you and a friend the power to move when you're playing your favorite video games. Especially games with head-to-head two-player action. Officially approved by Nintendo, the double-player system scores big with the score rising features and the twin-turbo rapid-fire slow motion and pinpoint accuracy from up to 30 feet away. See, 30 feet or 30 inches. I'm pretty sure it's 30 feet. It's got to be 30 inches, though. That seems like a long way. Get the winning edge, the head-to-head wireless winning edge. I'm feeling better today. I'm having some issues with turning 60. Same thing happened to me when I turned 50. None of the ages bothered me before that, but 60 puts you a little closer to that death threshold, I guess is the thing. Though my grandmother lived to be 70 in her 70s, and my mother is moving her way towards her 90s, so I'm pretty sure that I'll be, I'll live a lot longer than I think I will. But I have huge anxiety about the unknown factor of life, and so I was the same thing when I got pregnant. I was so fearful the whole time I was pregnant because I just didn't know what to expect, and each time everything was new. My second pregnancy was much easier. Yep, some people don't make it. So, but I wake up at night with huge anxiety attacks about it. And then I just deal with it. That's kind of how that works. And then you just deal with it. So, alright, here we go. So what are you going to do with Captain America's shield now that it's yours, Vance? I'm going to use it, Lita. I believe that with this shield as a rallying symbol, I can reunite the people of the earth and start a new golden age of prosperity. But at what cost? Yeah. Yes. How is Martin X? I don't know why that's kind of worded weird. If you missed our last 6 issues, trust us. Too much happened to explain here. Starhawk's in the sick bay with him now. Starhawk? What happening to me? You are shedding the crystallite shards which comprise your epidermis, my friend. Am I dying? You will not die. Accept the word of the one who knows. The pompous dude. So, I mean, and then I just haven't been feeling well. I've been struggling with my fibromyalgia, so, and that comes and goes periodically. I have some really good days with it, and then I have some really bad days, and I have horrible, terrible days, and yesterday was just a horrible, terrible day. So, I just kind of was floating in a frog. I'm better today. I'm going to be gone in 2 weeks. I'm going to Legoland with my kids in San Diego, so we'll see. Near San Diego, Carlsbad, I think is where it's at. Well, better there than here, I guess. Maybe he can do some good for a change. Boy, Alita, you really got it in for Starhawk, haven't you? You would too, Nikki, if you... Heads up, boys and girls. Boogie at 1 o'clock. Looks pretty decrepit to me. Vance. Okay, so there's no lady. That's no lady. That's malevolence. Is the name of the title here. The Captain America 2 smoothly glides out of hyperspace and cautiously approaches the smaller craft. Yeah, it does to me too, Charlie. Still, Nikki, scan it for life scans, if you please. Two stories in one, brought to you by the following Marvel madman: Stupefying Steve Mantano, Inkmeister, Kick-In Kenny Lopez, a letteroid, Enchanting Evelyn Stein, Collister, Cruising Craigie Anderson, Complain Bot, Two-Fisted Tommy DeFalco, Taskmaster, and Jiving Jimmy Valtino, Manual Labor. Okay. How do you know, Starfire? What's the secret of your clairvoyance? I am not clairvoyant, Martin X. Then how is it you always have all the answers? Why do you know what's going to happen before it does? I'm not infallible, as Vance and Nikki are all too pleased to point out. There are always variables. There are always incidents I do not remember. Calm yourself, my friend. Let the power of the light heal your body. I will tell you what no one, not even Altina, knows. Our fellow Guardians think we could and we're cold and unemotional. They see me as pompous and aloof, but they don't know that is only by hiding my true feelings that I am able to cope with the secret of knowledge. Womp, 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 womp. Yeah, it'll be interesting. My grandson, from my first daughter, has been asking to go for 3 years now, and everybody has tried. We've tried, well, probably more than 3 years, but we've tried to make plans, and things just haven't worked out. So my daughter just out of the blue said, "We're going to Legoland." I'm like, okay. So we'll go through Reading, where I used to live, and visit my mom, and she's going to visit a friend there. So, we'll do little bits of things. I think we're going to San Francisco too to visit, go to the Exploratorium that I used to take my kids all the time. Because I used to go to San Francisco all the time. That was my place to go. San Francisco and Donner Lake, which is the east and west of each other. So should be fun, but it'll be busy and tiring, and by the time I get back, I'll probably be knocked out again. Well, since you asked so nice, can the sarcasm, babe? Any signs of life? Notes. Wait, yes, there's one life form at the center of the ship. It's very faint, Vance, and it isn't human. I think it's in a cryogenic sleep. Poor sucker, I know how that feels. Vance was in a suspended animation for 1,000 years. Answer Man Anderson. Close your eyes, Matrix. Martin. So we're going to have the top story like this and the bottom story like that for a little bit. It's really weird. It's a weird comic book. Close your eyes, Martin X, and stretch your mind beyond the boundaries of space and time to the planet Arcturus. It is a world much like your Earth, save for its twin suns. Twin suns that never allow this world a moment of darkness, that kept the planet in perpetual daylight. Perhaps it was this that drove her people mad. Okay, so we're going to read our first advertisement that we haven't seen. This is Capcom Street Fighter 2010. The final fight. So they thought. Few live to finish this game. The whole thing started when you invented this radical formula that turns men into Superman, and someone stole it. You'll have to fight some very deadly interplanetary characters to get it back, and that's just the starters in Street Fighter. One of the toughest games for Nintendo ever. Play it today. You might even live to tell about it. Maybe. And then it says down there, shoot first or Basker's fist will rearrange your face. You'll face, is it Antrilogy? The Hunter and Trillaboy, it looks like, and Trillaboy, the hunter, who has it bigger than his bite. Here's something that's bigger than his bite. Can't read it, it's too small. Probably, maybe I should get my glasses out. Ha 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 ha. Glasses out, please. Well, thanks for joining, single player. Oh, so I'm gonna when I get back in March, we're gonna have a thing, and I'll pull out some of those Pokemon cards, and maybe we'll go through them, or I'll just share some sets with you. I was gonna mail you some, so if you wanna put an address where I can mail you, we could go through them. You could pick out some, and I'll mail you. One friend to another. Let's see. All right, Troops, looks like it's up to the good guys to investigate. Yondu, would you take a team over there and see what we've got? Yondu, I'm getting worried about him. Ever since our run-in with Photon, he's been out of it. He hardly talks to us anymore. He just stares off into space and plays with his earring. I would like to go, Vance. Oh, Altina, no, afraid not. With Yondo off in the Twilight Zone, I need you here. Looks like it's up to Charlie and Nikki. Can't remember, we're bouncing between stories here, so it's kind of hard. They harvest the power of the atom, and with it nearly destroyed themselves. In the aftermath of their exchange, only two fractions remain. The warmongering Reavers, a race bent on the complete obliviation of the peaceful but horribly disfigured mutants. It was to them that I was born. So your powers are a result of your being a mutant? Look, hi-fi. Basketball cards. Alright. The paper on that's not very good. Hi, Feely. This is not working for me at all. My eyes are really not doing well today. So I don't know where my other glasses are. Some glasses are better than others. Let's see if these work better. Or if they're all funky today. Okay, you two. I don't want you to touch anything unless you report in. And for a Hardoc's sake, don't take unnecessary risks. Yes, Mother. Before Vance Astro can call Nikki on her insubordination, the two depress the stars on their chests, and their mass is converted into energy, and with but the faintest pop of displaced air, they are gone. Look, Alita, if you're ticked off at me because I didn't let you go, no, it isn't that. I just have a bad feeling about this, Vance. Okay, now we're back to Starhawk talking to Martin X. So he had asked if he was born to the mutants that were fighting. No, but don't all mutants have special powers? Martin X, I'm surprised at you. A man of science should know that mutant is only different from its progenitor. I don't know that word. I know what it means. It's like an ancestor. My parents had severe physical deformities. My father had no legs, but a lower body similar to a worm. My mother had no arms but tentacles and an antenna on her head. My mutation was the perfection, if you will, of my human body. Now, please allow me to continue. 1,000 years ago, as you measure time. Well, that must have been interesting for family stuff. Yep. Happy Friday Eve, as Cuz Walt always likes to say. Okay, very bad feeling. Okay, so we're back over here, Vance, very bad feeling. So we're reading this story this way and this story this way. Okay. Wow, look at this place. There must be thousands of them. What is it, Chunky? Don't know. Look at how emancipated they are, Nikki. No, that's not right. Emancipated is where you are away from you get away from your family. Emanciated? Emanciated. They are, Nikki, as though they had the life drained out of them. I think I'm gonna be sick. Yeah, let's go find your alien and see just what kind of monster would do something like this. Okay, now we're back to Starhawk's story. On one of their periodic death raids, a reaver named Ogard found a human infant, me. He took me as a spoil of war, mistaking my awareness for courage. As I grew older, it became obvious to all that I was different. A difference that shaped even my adopted sister, Altia. What? Are you saying that you and Althea are siblings? No, we share no common blood, though we were raised together in Ogard and Salaran's home. Still, man, where I come from, we are not of your world, Martin X. Do not judge us by your morality. Wow. He got put in his place. Boom, 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 boom. Look, football cards. Nobody I know in there. Of course. Jerry Rice. I do know Jerry Rice. But none of them are teams I would have watched at any time. To know these guys any better, you have to make the team. New NFL Pro Set Collector books are 8 pages of pictures, stats, personal information about your favorite NFL players. Getting to know the NFL has never been this painless. Okay, so now we're on here. Look at the trail and the trail ends at that Safak. I know it. It's like a fancy coffin. Sarcophagus. There we go. Yeah, well, I guess we got to check it out, huh? Ew, ugly cuss, isn't she? She gives me the creeps. Let's get out of here, Chunky. We better report in first. Vance, we found the alien humanoid female, species unknown. Is she alive? Apparently so, yes. Okay, Charlie, it's your call. What do you recommend? I recommend that we get the... What? Charlie, what's wrong? When I reached manhood, I knew the time had come to confront my destiny in the Forbidden City. Altia accompanied me, supposedly to protect me. It was there in those ancient halls that we found the Hawk God, the giant statue left there for untold millennia. Okay, so I'm going to remind everybody again, I have a processing disorder that makes it hard for me to pronounce words and remember words. And I'm doing this to help keep what little working brain parts I have working, because the doctors told me that by using it more would be better. Okay. I also found an ancient brainwave helmet, but in a fit of anger, Althea threw it to the ground and activated it, and it lashed it out at her, converting her body into pure energy. Woo! I wonder if she's mad, huh? Okay, so then we're here. Food. Charlie, I think she's feeling weak, being drained. Charlie! Nikki, what's going on over there? Where is he? Oh my stars. Bring him to me now. Nikki, answer me. We're just going to jump over here real quick. I don't know who or what you are, lady. But no one attacks the Guardians of the Galaxy. The Guardians, yes. My father said that you would be the caretakers. Tell me where the child is, whelp, or die. What child? What are you talking about? Energy that merged into the statue and brought it to life. And even as the Reavers of Arcturus attacked the metal-winged Colossus in their insect-style warships, I joined my consciousness with hers through the power of the helmet, thus creating an explosion unlike any man had ever seen before. And where once stood man-boy Stakar and woman Altea, now stood the comprised being Starhawk. Dun, 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 dun. Ogard, realizing our newfound power, sought to press us in by aiding the Reavers in new conquests, but we refused to become part of the Arcturian war machine and instead headed towards the stars. Ogard vowed vengeance on us that day, and vengeance he enacted when he caused the death of his own grandchildren. In Marvel Comic Presents. I haven't seen if I have that one yet or not. I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't remember reading it, so. But then, you know, there's a lot of stuff I don't remember reading anymore. The Art of Basketball. So, basketball player cards. Basketball is an art, and Skybox is the art of basketball. Created by computer designs using state-of-the-art technology, these cards raise the craft of card production to new levels. The most exciting action shots from NBA archives are transformed into images of incredible clarity. Then, superimposed onto unique computer-generated backgrounds that emphasize both movement and action. The results are spectacular. Each card in the 300 card set is a small masterpiece, a unique blend of technology and art, the art of basketball. Introducing Skybox, the future of trading cards that never look better. Okay. No, I can see it in your eyes. You truly do not know. Then you are of no use to me. Ah! Give thanks that your hair reminds me of my father's domain, girl. It is the only reason you yet live. The child must be aboard yon vessel. Nikki, do you copy? Something's wrong up to you. Something's terribly. We were content in our new home among the stars, and within the new body we now inhabited, even though only one of us could be corporeal at a time. But even to beings such as we had become, the cosmos could be a cold and empty place. It was with that emptiness in our soul that we returned to Arcturus, unseen and unsuspected. It was there that we bid the hot god to once again separate us. Thus the two who had become one become two once more, that they could join together as one. It was after this that Althea came into the full possession of the body. She bore, then raised the fruit of our union, our beloved children, Tara, Satyria, and John. But the pull of destiny was too strong to ignore, and I once again assumed the body and returned to the stars. Before I left them, I built a home for the children on an asteroid. It was a simple wooden farmhouse of earthly design that Althea fancied, and one which she had an empathic rapport even when discorporeal. Where is the child? Wrong. Halt right where you are, woman, or face the power of the light. You are the one. You are the rival. Whump. I shall have your life. I fashioned a face mask that would allow me instant communication with the children across the void, and departed for the planet Loteria, there to rendezvous with Major Astro and the woman warrior Valkyrie. Who? What are you? I am merely one who knows, as told in Defenders number 2. I do have some Defenders too, but again, don't think that's one I have. Wait a minute, Starhawk. How can you know that Vance would even be there? It was a freak accident that he wound up there with the Badu, deflected his teleportation beam. No, Martinex, there are no accidents. It was his fate to be there, as it was mine. But you still haven't told me how you know. Because he's a star god. He just told you. He met up with the star god. Was keeping his body there. Special t-shirt offer. The Sega New Generation. New Master System 2. I had that one there. Didn't have 2. I had the first one though. Sega offers you the new generation in video gaming excitement. Master 8-bit technology with new sleek design of the Master System 2, which plays all Master System games and has a great new low price of under $60. And experience Genesis, the first and only video game with a true 16-bit technology that lets you bring the arcade experience home with a new generation of vivid graphics, dynamic sound, and unsurpassed gameplay. Whether it's an 8 or 16-bit, there's a new generation of hot game titles for both systems. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, Joe Montana's Football, Pat Riley Basketball, Dick Tracy, James Buster, Douglas Knockout Boxing, Ghostbusters, Golden Axe, Phantasy Star 2, Star, Monaco GP, and many, many more. Sega Genesis. And now for a limited time only, get your own Sega New Generation t-shirt. Provide your name and address, city, state, code, and telephone number complete with the desired t-shirt size. Small, medium, large, extra large. Your age, what game system you own. Also include a check or money order for $7.50 payable Sega t-shirt and mail to Sega t-shirt in San Francisco. I'm sure it's not there then anymore. So it's crooked. I'm still crooked. It's still crooked. I don't know why it's crooked. It's annoying me. Okay, I gotta see if I can figure out why my thing's crooked. Excuse me. It's just not on there right. Because this is straight on my, but it's not looking straight. Okay, excuse me while I play with my camera. Okay, so that's not. So, why is it not sitting? So you'll see my face for a minute. I'm gonna bounce you around a minute here. I'm trying to figure out why it's not sitting straight on my tripod, because it should be sitting straight on my tripod. I'm gonna sit you down here for a minute. Tripod says it's not straight. Because that goes that way. Says it's level. Okay, we'll try it again here. Okay, now it's level. Whoops, you see my fingerprints. Just drives me nuts when things don't want to work right. Okay. Alright, now let's see if that looks better. Okay, it still says it's crooked. Bouncer. Sorry. Okay, I'll wait for it to catch up with me so I can see. See, that looks better now. I don't know what else happening there. Okay, so. Let's see how that looks. Maybe that's not straight. It was looking straight, but now it's looking straighter. Okay, well, look, it is heavyweight titles, world's best game, Tiger. When it comes to the titles you want most in the handheld games, it's strictly no contest. Tiger is number one. Tiger brings you the best titles from the sports, video, movies, TV, and of course, video arcades. Tiger's great play brings you right to the edge where danger, adventure, and the spirit of competition collide. Video excitement in the palm of your hand. The fate of the... I remember these. I think they still make them, actually. The fate of your favorite game characters, heroes, athletes is in your hand. Tiger's handheld portability lets you carry all the energy and excitement with you wherever you go. When the mind, the body, and the will to win all come together in the palm of your hand, you know what the champion Tiger is there. You know that, not what, that. So you have all these games. Look at them. There's Paperboy. Remember the game Paperboy? There's Dick Tracy.
Pain in the ass game.
You didn't like Paperboy? You know what my favorite arcade game was, and I can't play it at all now when I go to any arcade where it's at, is Burger Time. The as they crawl along. I do remember Paperboy. All right. Powerful. From Mindscape. Days of Thunder. Flight of the Intruder. Gauntlet 2. Paperboy. Conan. And Days of Thunder. Yes, I want to order a Days of Thunder poster. Enclosed check 1 for 25-cent stamps or $1. My name is Mail 2. That's also in Colorado, California. Seems to be a lot. They're all trademarks of Nintendo, though. Okay. We're back to our regular program here. Meanwhile, Charlie, come on, big guy. You just gotta wake up. Drained, so tired. I know, but they need our help now. I will offer your soul as a gift to my sire. Vance, she's some kind of energy vampire. I know, and if we don't do something fast, she'll kill Althea. I missed that one on Captain America. I shall now that you know the backstory. It begins in our present future. The Guardians will yet again return to the 20th century. I will return with you, though I will no longer be a Guardian. Why will you leave? You will expel me for something I must do. Then why do it? I must. It is my destiny. The Guardians will come to hate me for this act, even you knowing what you do. When we return to that era, certain events which I cannot divulge will force my consciousness into re-inhabiting my own infant body and into a never-ending cycle of reliving my life over and over again. Or maybe you should stop doing that. They zap, vanquish, vaporize, and liquefied every other trading card on Earth. I actually have this set. I have this complete set. The Marvel trading cards. Maybe I'll pull them out so you can see them. 162 trading cards and not one of them a wimp. Every single card an original action-packed work of art. That's Marvel Universe trading cards. There are superheroes, supervillains, teams, pictures, famous battles, and even rookies. Plus, with every pack, you have a chance to get a limited edition Marvel hologram card, which I have all those. Be among the first to collect the premiere edition of the Marvel Universe trading cards. They make ordinary trading card heroes seem like Nerd City. Introducing Marvel Universe trading cards. Yeah, I have the whole set. It's all wrapped up. All the holograms too. I have a couple of comic book cards. I don't know that any of them are worth anything, but I have quite a few of them. Some are wrapped up. Everyone surround her. Prepare to fire on my mark. So the jackals gather around the lion, do they? Then be warned, fools. I shall not be stopped. And with full knowledge of my life intact. A second chance at life. But that's what everyone dreams of. If you know what's going to happen, you can work to change it. I have tried countless times. Each time I've only succeeded in creating a new alternative reality, but not affecting my own. What? Do you remember the last time we were in the 20th century and Vance released the latest mutant power in his younger self? Marvel 2-in-1, number 69, it looks like. Craig, or 62. He created an alternative reality for that boy. Unlike Vance, that child would not become an astronaut, but a superhero in his own right. I didn't know that that's who that was. In the New Warriors. Makes sense now. Not until the child is mine. She's heading towards the sickbay. She must be able to sense Starhawk's power there. We've got to protect Marty, guys. In his weakened condition, she could kill him, Starhawk or no. Come on, I know a shortcut through the engine room. Let's go, Guardians. Without in any way altering Vance's reality. What? Starhawk, that's absurd. If that is true, then every action we take, every decision we make creates an alternative reality where we did something different. Yes, that is correct. As faithful readers of What If already know, crossplug. I have that one too. What If? We can read that sometime. If that I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. Accept it or not, it is the way of the multiverse. So you always know what's going to happen? I know what has happened. There are always variables, such as this time it's Althena. We were not supposed to split into two beings so soon. We made it, Charlie. You blocked the door. The rest of you, load up and get ready. I don't want to take any chances with her. She's too powerful. Mortal fools, you seek to stop me from entering yon room? We aim to try. Then you shall all die. Her body crackles with energies as she drains the life force from the Guardians. Ever since that premature event, I have been experiencing blind spots and my memory has had lapse. Maybe you're in one of your alternate realities now. Perhaps. Well, if that is the case, issue number 3, then doesn't it stand to reason that this time you might be able to escape that Mobius strip you claim your life spent on? The thought has occurred to me, yes. She is here. Who? Alteria? She then takes the energy and releases it. Wafoom! In a concussion blast so powerful that it scatters the Guardians like so many 10 pins, leaving each one on the very brink of oblivion. Oblivion. Let's see here. Yeah, you guys aren't getting that bottom part of that picture, are you? No, because my thing is different now again. I have this mark here. I'm going to have to remark it in a minute. Okay, so we'll go way up here. I apologize. Wachoom. Wathoom. Okay. No, she is called Malevolence. She is a being of great power and absolutely no compassion. I know what it is she seeks. I must go now and convince her that he is not here. And how will you do that? I will tell her. And she'll just listen to you? Yes, of course. What else would she do? Martinex sighs.
Gotta level, but terrible.
And with all the obstacles removed from her path, Malevolence advances towards the sickbay doors. Ah, my eyes! The doors that open on their own accord, issuing a blinding light as they do. And within the light there stands, glowing like a living sun, he stands before her, the heir to Hades, as though the light within him could somehow purify her darkened soul. He speaks but one sentence. The child is not here yet. Malevolence gazes deeply in the eyes of the one who knows and sees the truth therein. Father, you have sent me too soon. You know, they can play. What else do you know? And then you got Michael Jordan, Isa. Is it Isa? Isa? How do you say that? Isaac? It's not Isaac. Isam. Carl Malone, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. I don't know this one. I know there is. NBA hoops. What is Patrick Ewing's uniform number? Larry Bird. Scored his most points in what season? Magic Johnson. Led what school to an NCAA title? Karl Malone. What's his nickname? Isam Thomas. Led the league in assists which seasons? Michael Jordan. Set playoff record for points against which team? Want the answers to these and a million other questions about the NBA? Just pick up the NBA Hoops, the official trading cards of the NBA. There are over 300 fact-filled NBA Hoops cards in this year's collection. Get them all. There's hardly an NBA question you can't answer. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. Her crimson throat issues what can only be described as a shriek of protest and a sound loud enough to rent time themselves. And without further word, she transfers her body into a column of fiery energy and exits right through the starship's hull. The light of the mutant Arcturnian helps to revive his teammates in her wake. Harkavan's bones. Wow. And though still stunned, the Guardians descend upon the giver of light with a barrage of questions. I'm thinking this needs to be back further. Let's see how that works. Does that work? Nope. I don't know what I did different because it's not low like it was. I have it better. Oh well. So here's another advertisement for getting your own buying back issues of cards and how much they cost at the time. Okay, so questions that require answers and answers that only he would know. What was that all about, Starhawk? Who was that woman? Yeah, just who in the blimp is the child she keeps yammering about? Why did she call Althea the rival? What's going on here, Starhawk? You've got to tell us what you know. I cannot, my friends. The future will reveal its own answers. On this, you must accept the word of, don't you dare go giving us that one who knows junk. We just got our tails kicked, and we want to know. Trust him, Charlie. He does know. Marty, and we thought you were... dead. Almost was, but Starhawk pulled me through. His light helped keep me alive. If it wasn't for him, I don't believe my body could have adjusted to the weird mutation. He told me things that none of you is aware of. Are aware of? Should be are aware. Is aware of. Things that perhaps none of us should know. You have all placed your trust in me before, and I'm asking you to trust me now, people. Believe me when I tell you that he does know whereof he speaks, and I believe me when I tell you that for all of us that is definitely not the end. Downtime is next. Okay. The Reader's Space. Dear Guardians, Jim and company, I've been reading this book since the premiere issue, but wasn't entirely sure how to express my enjoyment of this fine publication. Then a letter and your response in it to issue number 4 gave me the key I was looking for. In response to one Malcolm Bohr, who wrote stating that he didn't need another fist-cuff comic, you replied, we think there are more than enough angst-filled mature comic books out there already. Amen. I don't know how many titles I've given up over the years because everybody was suffering, being hurt emotionally or physically, all in an attempt to make comics more mature or human. To which I say, phooey. Hardship and suffering is not what I read comic books for. One can write a good story without putting the characters and the reader through the ringer. I want action and adventure, but I also want fun at the same time. The Guardians of the Galaxy accomplishes this remarkably well. Thank you. This is my kind of comic book. I'm with you all the way. Thomas Wheeler. Well, I don't know if you like this last one then. We don't know about you, Tommy, but our life is neither a fun-filled adventure nor angst riding Morris all the time. We tend to have our ups as well as our downs. As our series progresses, the Guardians will suffer hardship and pain. They will also have their fair share of pleasure and excitement. To our way of thinking, that's infinitely more realistic. Yeah. Okay, dear Jim, I started buying the Guardians of the Galaxy as I had some faith that you, as an extremely gifted writer and not a bad artist, could produce adventures that would not be in the mold of Marvel's other titles, none of which I happen to read these days. However, as evidenced by the first 4 issues and your response to Malcolm Moore's letter in number 4 letter page, it seems that you are, to quote Malcolm, let him become just another supergroup. At present, characterization seems totally absent. I thought the concept behind Stark was interesting, but not intriguing enough for a 4-issue battle. And except for the Centuria futon, Force looks to be not much more than another excuse to battle for a few more issues for the legendary shield. I think that rather than pitting the team against Force so soon, you should have taken an entire issue to explore the themes left dangling and allowed us the opportunity to learn more about the Guardians' personalities. BJ, I don't know how you say that one, Tiascos, Newburgh, New York. Sorry, we had to edit your lengthy and articulate letter down so much, BJ, but we think that you'll find our next issues more to your liking as we delve into the Guardians' personalities and how they get along, or don't get along, with each other. Dear Reader Space, I have a question about Marvel Boy matter. According to you, it was Vance who awakened his younger counterpart's psychokinetic power. So how come Marvel Boy is telekinetic? Also, at the top of page 1 in issues number 2 to 4, it states that the Guardians roam the universe in a starship Captain America, but that ship was destroyed. My explanation is that you were referring to the USS Captain America 2. Do I get a no prize? Well, until Firelord names himself Ice Master, make mine Marvel. Alexandra, also from New Jersey. No, from New Jersey, not New York. To be honest with you, we really don't know why Marvel Boy's powers are so different from Vance's, but we are certain of at least 2 things. First is that the writer Fabian Nick Lazara has a great explanation, and the second is that we'll be reading the New Warriors along with the rest of you to find out. As for your explanation for the introductory banner faux pas, of all the letters we've received about it, yours was the only correct guess. Consider yourself no prize. Effiden. Now face front. Dear Guardians, though I thought I'd drop you a line on your awesome new series. Firelord is a great character, especially when he is drawn so well. I hope you plan to make him a permanent member. Will you also be doing a story about the legendary soul gems? What has become of them? Who possesses them? John Colombo. The soul gems are on display in the recent Thanos Quest limited series, Johnny, which you might still be able to get at your local comics shop if you're lucky. They also play a pivotal role in the upcoming limited series by Jim Starlin and George Perez. We'll give you more info on this as soon as they tell us what they're up to. As for Firelord, he'll return to these pages in issue number 12. Dear Marvel, looking through my comics collection, I noticed that Vance Astrode appeared in Miss Marvel number 23, which was not mentioned in the History of the Guardians text piece. Marvel characters I'd love to see in the Guardians time are the Celestials, Dracula Please, the Elders of the Universe, Ghost Rider, Pretty Please, Hercules, the Impossible Man, Jocasta, Kerbeck, and Cosmos. The Man-Thing, oh, come on. Sergero and the Red Guardian, Sergetti and the Red Guardian, and the Tomorrow Man. Until Martin X gets the praise, make mine Marvel. You are the second person to point out Vance's appearance in Miss Marvel, Brian. Peter Garcia was the other. Oh, and at least one of your requests will be showing up real soon. Which one? That would be telling. Next issue. What do the Guardians do in the downtime between the planets? Would you believe that Yondu goes mad? Secrets are revealed, questions are answered, and even more are raised. So don't miss it. Special guest cover inker Steve Lightel on sale on 30. And then there's just more comic stuff. And look, it's an advertisement with Mario and the Princess. Presenting Mario and the Princess. Our new shampoos are full of good, clean, and bubbles for you. Super Mario Brothers, Mario shampoo, Mario bubble bath. Our bubble baths are a real splash too. They smell so fruity fresh. We'll turn your hair into beautiful bubble dews. Make it clean and shiny. Nintendo, choose a player. New Super Mario Brothers, Mario and Princess Bubble Baths and Shampoos by Revlon. And then on the back is the one we see all the time about the dragon stuff. Okay. We're on to number 8. But I want to redo this thing here. It's not helping me. It's not straight. To be straight, or it won't help. Needs to be straight, or it won't help. So let's see. We'll take this off. I've got some more someplace. Somewhere. Let's see. So. Creep. I just need to know where the base thing is. I have to go slow because I have to wait for the camera to catch up. I'm looking into getting a new. We're gonna play around with some stuff to see if I can make me a way to do this easier. Let's try that. See where that comes. If I got a mat, it'd probably be really easy. Let's go over a little bit further and up a little bit. See, that's so far up from where it was last time. Each time I make a thing so I know where it's at, and then it's not there. But that would be it right there. That's so far up. So let's see if I can back it up a bit. Back it up a bit. And this thing doesn't want to stay at all. It's supposed to go up and stay, but I want to close it, but I don't want to close it. Yeah, see now it's... I backed it up. What happens if I bring it forward again? That might be alright. Except then I gotta fix the legs again, because the legs are not. Okay, so it's gonna be just a minute. It's gonna be a lot of wobbliness going on here. Is it this one? I think it's the back one that's the problem here. It is. Okay, there we go. Is the music bothering you guys in the background? Okay, so that corner is right there. Alright. That should be better. Let's see. Alright, so here we are on number 8. Number 8. Stretchy. Ooh, stretchy. still is so far up there. So that's the bottom. That's the top. All right. Well, I don't know what I did wrong. To play around with it again another date. Okay, so right there is the. All right, well, I'll not be able to tell. That's where the ends are. So if I move it that way more, or do we end up there? Boop, boop, boop. Do, 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 do. Try to wait till I see my fingers. Okay. Alright, that should be okay. So if I put it there, all right, so it's number 8. Yondo goes mad. Die, Starhawk! Oh, look, we've got the bubbles again. It's like they ended on one and went to another. This is Volume 1, Number 8, January 1991. Year my daughter was born. Okay. And this paper's not very good either. They're all in bags, so it's just some paper I think is better than others. So, what do the Guardians of the What do the Guardians of the Galaxy do in downtime between the vast distance of the star? Would you believe they exercise? Oh, come on, Martin X. You're making this much too easy for me. I'm sorry, Alita. I'm not used to manifesting my powers in such a manner. I shall attempt to increase the level of difficulty for you. These exercises are not supposed to be life-threatening, Alita. They are designed to hone your skills. Quit mothering everyone, Chunky. Everything's got to be by the book with you. Exercise at 0800. Breakfast at 0900. Sheesh. You ought to learn to lighten up a little. Hey, Yondu, look out! The cost pass. Why do I continue to even wear them? I know in my soul that all hope of repopulating my planet and completing the circle of life is gone. The Kaspa are a ceremonial earrings worn by the Centurions and exchanged at the time of joining, much as we exchange wedding rings. Craig. Downtime. Steve Manto, the inker who's all the rage. Ken Lopez, he letters it right on the page. Evelyn Stein, she's the colorist of the age. Craig Anderson, he edits it for his wage. Tom DeFalco, he's Marvel's favorite sage. Jim Valentino, he should be put in a cage. Oh, they cracked me up with that. Vance, turn off the room. Lita, stop those. Way ahead of you, good guy. Photon, the only female of my race to have survived the genocide of my world at the hands of the Bandood. All she desires is my death. Yondu met her in issue number 5. We know what to do, Charlie. I'll freeze the mechanism so it cannot release any more spears. And I'll get this big dummy out of harm's way. So much for your non-life-threatening exercise, Chunky. You did it, Nicky. Is he all right? Depends on what you mean by all right, Marty. Whomp. He's fine, Martin X, though I do grow increasingly worried about the mental state of his health. Mental health. Yeah, well, I'm more worried about everyone else's physical health. Yondu, you could have put everyone in this room in serious jeopardy. This is supposed to be a training exercise, not an opportunity to contemplate your earrings. Just what in Hakarov's name do you think you're doing? What am I doing? What are we doing? We should be hunting down Force. Instead, we are chasing still more phantoms from an Earth long dead. Where's our priorities when we... Whoa, calm down a minute, old friend. You know that we've searched the 6 parsecs radius for Force with no luck at all. They just seem to have disappeared. Believe me, want to find them as badly as you do? I think not, old friend. Mainframe teleported the evil super team some 15 parsecs away in issue number 6. Craig. After all, the future of your race does not depend on them. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Yondu, that's a horrible thing to say to Vance. Is it, goddess? Then call me when you renew your search, and not when you find your precious lost colony. Now you wait just a... No, Charlie. Let him go. We're all last survivors, but Yondu is the only one of us to actually find another member of his race. And she not only rejected him, she wanted to kill him. Think about how that would make you feel. Like I thought about how I have felt had Firelord rejected me. It wouldn't affect my performance, wouldn't it, Chunky? How could it not? In all the years I've known him, I've never heard Yondu raise his voice before. Never. This thing with Photon must be killing him. Yes, Vance, it is. The Centurions are one of the most religious races in the galaxy. Photon's very existence must seem like a message from God to him. He sees it as their spiritual obligation to repopulate their planet. In fact, not to renew their circle of life would be ultimate blasphemy. I know. Look, I think we could all use some time alone with our thoughts. I agree, Vance. What do you say we call it a day, everyone? Fine, Marty. But I want everyone here at 0800 for... Oh, Charlie! I hope you don't mind my saying this, Vance, but I never pictured you as the voice of reason in this group. No, I used to pick fights, didn't I? It's the shield, Marty. It's given me something. Yondu says that the soul of Captain America now dwells within you. He would say something like that. And since when do you give any credence to Yondu's mumbo jumbo? Mumbo jumbo. Well, I don't, of course, but the fact is your personality has changed. Oh, look, it's another one of the Wraith of the Black Manta. Well, yeah, Yondu's not having a happy day at all. Okay, so almost as drastically as my body has, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Living quarters? What, your body? No, this is serious. Vance, I'd like you to consider leading the team once again. Why? Let's face it, I'm a scientist, not a leader. I think you've done all right so far. Have I? Look at the record. Force nearly won the shield and then got clean away from us. But we did win it, Marty, and we couldn't stop Mainframe from porting them out. Don't tell us you missed the last issue. This is where that comes from to play. Granted, but they're still out there somewhere doing Harkva knows what kind of harm. And then there's Malovence. She's defeated team basically while I was convulsing, convalescing in the sick bay. I still have no idea what she wanted or who the child she kept screaming about even is. Ask Starhawk. He seemed to have taken you into his confidence lately. I tried. All he said was that it was dangerous for us to know too much about the future. Uh-huh. But it's okay for him to know it. And then there's the Stark. Now, hold on, buddy. We won that one fair and square. Did we? A good leader would have seen them off of the planet Korg before taking on another mission. This is where we hear about the wineness of Marvel characters. That's bunk, Marty. Firelord stayed on Korg to do just that. He even reported in to us as soon as he was through. I know, still, it was my responsibility. I should have made certain that... Look, we have stayed there. Had we stayed there, we just would have started that fight all over again and never would have gotten the shield. You did the right thing. I'm not so sure, and that's what concerns me. Everything concerns you, Marty. That's what makes you a good leader. You care. Don't you? Don't you care about what happened to him? No, I don't. I don't care if I ever see Forrest or Malvins or Stark ever again. The Stark world. Sister, end this nameless one's torture. Has it not brought you pleasure, High Sister? Okay, so gargoyles. I can't read all that. Graphics so real you'll forget it's only a game. Dazzling graphics that and excellent sound bring a whole new dimension to the Game Boy. Enchantment and excitement await you in Gargoyle's quest. Prepare to do battle as Firebrand, the last guardian gargoyle of the Ghoul realm. You must act quickly to defend your world against the invading army of destroyers. Fight your way through enemy forces to reach the dimensional portal that leads to your home world. Once there, the true nature of the quest begins. The king of the Ghoul realm has been kidnapped, and it's up to you to save him. Blast the attackers with fiery breath as you fly through their defenses. Unravel the mysteries of this multi-level universe to succeed in conquering the destroyers and freeing the captive king. High detail artwork sets new standards for the Game Boy. Advanced playability highlighted with 360-degree scrolling. Hours of entertainment await you in this diverse adventure. Okay. Oh yes, it has indeed. You are very skilled at your craft, sister, very skilled. But I do not wish to see this one dead. His corpse would be of no use to me or to the greater glory of Stark. Yes, High Sister. I shall personally escort this disgraced one to the refinery, there to live out the remainder of his worthless life as a slave. No, bring him instead to the Reconstitution Chamber. I have other plans for him. But your excellency, he has proven himself unworthy in battle. He lost his honor in issue number 4, Craig. True, his shame is great, but so is his anger. The one will fuel the other, and with enough power at his command, he will avenge Stark honor by the privilege of winning back his name. The USS Captain America 2. Ooh, this feels wonderful. Stars, but I love to swim. And to think, if it wasn't for Charlie and me getting together and me having to cool my body temperature down for him, I probably would never have submerged myself. After all, there was no water on Mercury, and knock. Tapping on the tank. It's gotta be Charlie. Hope he doesn't think that he and I are. Hiya, Chunky. Hi, Nick. You got so much steam in here I could barely find the tank. What can I say? My blood runs hot. Listen, I really haven't had a chance to tell you how much I liked what you've done with your hair lately. Really? Well, isn't that a nice thing to say? I patterned it after the Fire Lords, you know. I just love the way his looked. Yeah, I noticed. I noticed. I noticed. How did you get it to grow so fast? It doesn't grow, silly. You know that Mercurians release excess body heat through the pores in our heads. That's that's what keeps us from dehydrating. Yeah, but you always wore it so short before. Well, I just turned up a little heat and instant hairdo. Do you really like it? Look, Nikki, that's not what I came to talk to you about. I wanted to talk to you about Firelord and about us. Nikki, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose what we had. This is starting to sound suspiciously like a proposal, big guy. Yeah, I guess so. A marriage between a Jovian and a Mercurian? Nikki, please don't make this any harder for me by... Oh no, Charlie. I think it's sweet, and I'm flattered. I really am. I just don't think it's possible, especially now. I see. Listen, Charlie, we've got to keep all of this in a perspective. You and I had a very special friendship, and we always will, okay? Because she's got a thing for fire. Yeah, sure. Good. Hey, until further notice, I'm still free. What do you say? Do you want to come up and see my etchings, big boy? No, I don't think so. Be strong. 27, be strong. Suit yourself, handsome. But you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, I do, Nick, and that's just the trouble. Get a grip, Captain 27. Can't let any of the others see how this is affecting me. Remember what your first CO always said. Never let them know your feelings, and they'll never be able to hurt you. Never. I've checked the whole... Starhawk is not on board. I really wanted some feedback from him on this idea I had. The Guardians have managed to do a great deal of good in the 10 years we've been together, but the galaxy is a big place and there's only 7 of us. But what if there were 100 of us, or 1,000? Expansion teams, similar to what the Avengers did. Even each group autonomous, but part of the larger whole. A real group of galactic guardians. I wonder if he'd tell me I'm crazy. Or tell you that he knew about it. Wow. Okay, what's this one? Oh, we already saw that. That's the Street Fighter one. That was in the last issue. Okay. Or that it was our destiny. It is as I knew it would be, as it has always been. This is the 4th world I have visited to be so devastated. The Knights of the Sacred Faith have done their hideous job well. The rotting corpse of the disbelievers, the non-productive litter, the sector of space. I can't read some of that, so hopefully I got it right. The carnage is so complete. Entire races obliterated in the name of the sacred empire. An empire that would sacrifice children as an act of worship. Children whose only crime was being born non-bipedal, non-human, and hence not in their deity's image. There can be no doubt that the Guardians have entered a sector of space where the Church iron grip is strong. Nor can there be any way for my allies to avoid contact with the Holy Forgers, or the child their blood wars have born. And on that rather ominous note, we return to the ship, the USS Captain America 2. Oh, hello, Charlie. Were you swimming? No, more like drownings. Drowning? What? I thought you were an excellent in-joke. Oh, can I talk to you? Sure, what about? It's about Vance, actually. What about him? I just asked him if he'd consider leading the team again. Yeah? He rejected the idea. So I know you and him are close, and Vance and I are not close, Marty. We're just in the same outfit, that's all. Really? I was under the impression that you and he were... Wrong impression. You stay friendly with a guy if he's watching your back. Less of a chance of getting stabbed in that way. Hey, the ship's launching to a stop. I know that, Marty. What I want to know is how, and more importantly, why. Martinex, sometimes you're an idiot. It's Charlie, not Vance. Charlie always knows what to do. He has the training, the instincts. He's always taking over in battle anyway. He's the group's natural leader. But no, he's too much. The others would never stand for his strict, I don't know what that word is. Regiment. Strict regiment. Nikki, what's wrong? The door is jammed. I think I got it there. What's going on? Who's on the bridge? Oh, guess who it is. Oh, my stars. It's Yondu. I am taking this ship to find Proton. Do not attempt to stop me. Oh, for crying out loud, Yondu. Will you please stop this? Yondu, we don't even know where to begin looking for her. And even if we did, we don't know how to fly. You don't know how to fly this ship, Flaghead. Yondu, please listen to reason. We only want to help you. No, goddess. I will listen no more. Good Lord, he actually fired us. Get behind me, Marty. Don't belabor the obvious, Vance. Alita, gas him before he can start whistling. I am truly sorry to have to do this, Yondu. We all are. Alita, but he's not giving us much choice. Be careful, Nick. He's dangerous. Don't I know it? Whop. Wham. Wow. Oof. I am sorry as well, Nikki, goddess. But this is the easiest way for me to rid myself of your gas. Yondu, I can sympathize with what you're going through. I really can. But I've just about had wham, enough. Arch rivals. It's a real basketball brawl. The arcade smash for your NES. Get ready for the outrageous basket brawl. It's slam dunking, full court action with a twist. If you can't block your opponent's shot, knock his block off. But with arch rivals, you still need a real b-ball skills to win, like passing, shooting, and sinking those 3-point shots. So if you're ready for some in-your-face, head-to-head arcade action, get arch rivals, where breaking the rules is the rule. Official Nintendo. I don't remember that game either. Oh, there you go again with the Tiger games. Must be in 1990 that they came out. And Sega's posters for those games you all love. Or remember. Charlie, you didn't have to hit him so hard. Yes, I did. He's tougher than a human. Yeah, right. So much for things not affecting your performance. Charlie, can you bring Yondu to his quarters, please? That was cruel, Nikki, and uncalled for. I only used the amount of force I felt necessary to subdue him. Do you want us to post a guard, Marty? No, I don't think that would be necessary. Are you all right, Alita? Yes, just winded, thank you. I'll look in on Yondu in a while, Marty. I was about to hit the shower when the ship stopped. Fine, Vance. I'll get the ship back on course again. I'm very worried about our blue-skinned friend, Martinex. Frankly, Alia, I'm worried about the whole team, even you. Me? Why? You're a mystery to me. You seem so warm, so maternal, if you will, to everyone except Starhawk. That is between Starcar and me. I realize that, and I don't mean to pry, but if your problems start to affect the team, they will not, Martinex. Goodbye. Well, you certainly found that one a grace and aplomb. Marty, oh boy. Warp engines on, and we're off. Starcar is Starhawk's real name, Craig. Still, why does Athea's attitude about Starhawk bother me so? Am I making a mountain out of a molehill just because she's acting so human? Or am I just overreacting to what Charlie said about watching one another's backs? Oh, look, we're back to the Marvel cards. How well do we really know her? I don't know how Marty did it, but somehow he rigged the suit up to take on properties. He rigged this suite up to take on properties of my protected suit. It feels great to take that blasted thing off without fear of my skin oxidizing. And to take a shower again. Ah, man, now this is living. He was even able to program the ship's matter transmuted to simulate my old room in the suburbians when I was a kid. No, I'm sure that's a different word. Sarsyrians? It sure brings back lots of memories. Some bad, some most good. I miss those days, dreaming of being an astronaut. But that was a long time ago, and I've got a new life now. I've got the shield. I wonder what Cap would say if he knew. Oh, but it's great to actually feel sheets against my skin again. The warmth of a blanket. The only drawback is no one else can come in here. Vance, I hope I'm not disturbing you. How can you be in here, Alita? I'm a being of light, Vance. As much ethereal. I know that word. Ethereal, as physical. My corporeal body was destroyed centuries ago. This body that you see is little more than a light construct based on my original form. I wasn't aware of that. But doesn't that mean... Never mind. What do you want, Lita? Oh, just someone to talk to. Tell me, Vance, this Captain America, he is your god? No, he's my idol, my hero. Oh, yes. We had heroes on Arcturus. Great warriors. He was a great warrior then? Yes, he was. But it was what he fought for, what he represented to me, and the millions of my countrymen that stood him apart. Another one of this is the football one we already saw. Except it has different ones in there, doesn't it? Yep. Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't. There's Jerry Rice again. There's Jerry Rice again. He seems so noble. I wish I'd have met him like you others did. Look, Alita, what is this all about? Why are you here? I told you. I just came to talk. What about? Well, I've been troubled about that Malavance creature. She reacted so violently to me, it unnerved me. And the child she kept referring to. At first I thought she meant one of my children. But my children are all dead. You know? Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I really am. And I'm so lonely. Well, what about Starhawk? He's your... Stargate and I are no more. I loathe even being in the same room with him after what he did. But you're still his wife. No, I am not. My world customs are different than yours, Vance. On my word, it is a woman's prerogative to choose. Altina blames Starhawk for the deaths of her children. Great. And I choose you. Me? Why? What am I saying? Altia is one of the most beautiful women I've ever met. And in the old days, I'd have jumped at this. Can what Yondu say be true? Am I really possessed by a more noble man? Your spirit is strong, Vance, and like me, you have suffered much. I wish to help alleviate your pain and loneliness, and in turn mine. Whoa, lady, slow down, Lita. You're going a little too fast for me. Oh, I see. You don't find me attractive? No, of course I do. It's just more complicated than that. Let's just say I'm sort of old-fashioned about these things. I'd rather take it slow. Okay? All right, Vance. Whatever you want. I must be crazy. But please, for now, I need someone to hold me. Will you do that, Vance? Just hold me and don't speak of anything. Not Starcroft, and especially not Malavitz. Father! Father, why have you forsaken me? Must you be so melodramatic, child? I have failed you, my father. Yes, there is an anomaly in the time stream. Events are not proceeding as they should. The child, father. Yes, I shall have to lead you to him now. But beware, the guardians of the galaxy will be there when you find him. The one who knows will make certain of it. You are going to need allies against them. Allies, why? I bested them easily before. Yes, but this time all of your energies must be devoted to the child. He must go with you willingly. I convince him while I grind the guardian's bones into dust. Don't be overconfident, Malavitz. Rather, be overprepared. They will be ready for you the next time, and they will have the light giver with them. What do you have in mind, Father? Follow me, my dear, as you command. Yes, you are a good daughter. We'll catch up to Malavitz and her anemic father later on. But first, hey, Cuzwalt, thanks for stopping by. We're almost done with this one, though. It's 30 degrees outside. Let us return to the USS Captain America 2, and more specifically the greenhouse in the aft of the ship. It is no use. I cannot meditate. I have lost my center, the core of my path. Even here among the green, I am tormented by her. She is the key to our race's future. It is only through her that the sacred circle of life can be mended, yet she will have no part of the way. I cannot accept this. I must go to her. I must convince her of the rightness of the circle. Breep, breep, breep. Has Yondu gone insane? Yellow alert, all hands. Yondu has just transported to the shuttle bay. The Havoc knows what he intends to do there. This vehicle will take me to her. I know not how to make it work. I have watched Charlie operate it. He seemed merely to speak to it. Ship, go. Nothing happened. Perhaps I did not speak loudly enough to it. Ship, I said go. Still nothing. I said go! Soulless monster of a machine. I do not believe that will help. What? You know this was going to happen, didn't you? Yet you did nothing, said nothing. For that you will die. I think not, my friend. You cannot kill what you cannot touch. You are not angry with me, Yondu, but rather with yourself for your refusal to learn our technology. Yes, I must end the mockery of a life that Anthros has inflicted upon me and risk losing your soul. My soul is lost already. Is it, Yondu? Does not the way teach that the soul is saved so long as faith remains? Consider your faith, my friend. You wore the Kaspa before you knew of Photon, when no hope existed of your perpetuating your kind. You have continued to believe even though your people were gone. Your fate is strong, Yondu. Trust in it. I know that your life will hold great meaning for your people, Yondu. Then Photon will become one with the circle of life? No. But you must believe me when I tell you that you are destined for greatness. Let us pray together in the ancient way of your people. Allow my light to help guide you through your darkness, that you might once again find your center and renew your faith, and in the renewal see the truth of what I have told you. Hey, open up, Yondu. What in Havok's name is going on in there? Starcar is with him. I can sense him. Starhawk? Oh, great. That'll be big help. Look at her floating there. Okay, that was Vance. No, Starhawk knows the way of Yondu's people. If any of us can help him, he can. I'm kind of glad we were interrupted by this. I'm just not sure that a relationship with her is a good move for the group. But God, she is beautiful. Has Vance rejected me? Foolish vain woman, to think that you can. The hatch is opening. They are coming out. Starcar, is he? He's fine, my Althea. He has found his center again. Yondu, we were just happy to have you back with us. You did good, Hawk, for a change. But Yondu's silence weighs heavily in the room. Come, my fellow guardians, let us return to the bridge. The time of arrival is hand. The tension in the group is becoming palpable. Perhaps we have been in space too long. Perhaps we all need to find our center. Maybe a visit to Earth is what we need to keep us together. We must stay together, of that I'm certain. And if I must lead this group, then that has to be my first priority. Because all any of us really has is one another. Hi, Marty. We're home, and just in time as well. I'm better now, Martinex. How are you feeling, Yondu? I'm better now, Martinex. My friends, welcome to Haven. It's beautiful. It reminds me of all those pictures I saw of Earth as a little girl. After all these years, to think we finally found the lost colony of mutants Magneto led from Earth centuries ago. Yes, Van, it's wonderful. Nikki, open a Haley frequency, please, and let them know that the Guardians of the Galaxy have arrived. Okay, we're going to get to that in a minute, but we're going to do the bullpen bulletins, which there wasn't one last time, but there was this time. Stan's soapbox. Hi, heroes. You know I can handle Marvelettes everywhere grumbling that they're not getting enough information about the upcoming Marvel World of Tomorrow. But when our competitors start complaining too, then I figure it's time to lay a few more facts on you. Even through the official publication date is still a while away. You see, the big-hearted Marvel wants to give you enough time to save your shekels, so not a single reader anywhere misses out on the most eagerly awaited new title since Irving Forbush versus Wolverine. First of all, I gotta tell you that the artwork of Jolting Johnny Bryan has never been more spectacular. I know you expected that, but what you probably didn't expect is everyone is so turned on by the fantastic characters and wild concepts that we decided to make it an 80-page issue instead of the originally planned 64 pages. That means more work for all of us, but hey, no problem. It's a labor of love. Actually, the Marvel World of Tomorrow title is much too cumbersome. It's really just a temporary catch-all moniker until we hit you with the real one, which we're keeping under wraps for obvious reason of intergalactical security. We've been shooting for January as our sale date. It'll be our way of helping mankind celebrate 1991. But despite some malicious rumors you may have heard, neither Brian nor I intend to dress up like Baby New Year to promote the book, though it might not be a bad idea. Now, for those tortured souls who may have missed my awesome announcement in the recent issue of Marvel Age, I'll generously repeat it. In the seemingly ambiguous Marvel World of Tomorrow, the hero's name is Ravage, and the villain is Deathstrike. And take it from your playful old publisher, once you see them, you'll never forget them. And remember, too, whatever you go, wherever you do it up proud. The eyes of Marvel are upon thee. Execular. Stan. Okay, so then we're going to read the bull pills. Greeting, guys and ghouls. It is your old friend Digger, serving up another blood-curdling portion of tasty tidbits and malevolent morsels. October is the month of ghosts, goblins, and grinning gossip columnists. So let's see what haunted hollow winners we can dig up this month. What? You say this is November already and that October's bullpen page was replaced by a ghastly advertisement? Well, when I find out who's responsible, I'll be sure to invite you all to the funeral. Now then, let's proceed as if we were still filled with the Halloween spirit, eh? After all, there's some real scary stuff coming up in the next few months. First off, we have that scum-slashing, bacon-eating psychopath, Wolverine, starring in his second bookshelf format annual. The book is called Bloodlust and is written and drawn by Alan Davis and Paul Neary. The annual pits Wolvie up against an unspeakable evil creature, and according to the editor, Bob Harris, it's so scary you'll never read comics again. Old Digger has seen the artwork for the book, and I can guarantee it'll make your head spin, just like Linda Blair in The Exorcist. Not scary enough for you? Well, wait till you hear the title of the new limited series from the editor, Bobby Chase. It's called Mort, the Dead Teenager. If that doesn't sound scary to you, then you must already be dead. Mort will take a somewhat humorous look at the misadventures of a dead teenager. Here's something that's sure to make your nose hair curl. It's Farhad and the Grey Mouser, a 4-issue bookshelf format limited series starring this month. Farhad is an adaptation of the classical Fritz Limbier sword and sorcery classic, and though it's not really a horror story, you know how scary mice can be. They could eat you alive when you sleep. The project is very much the spirit of Limbier's original work, but with a modern approach, according to the editor Neil Yamtov. Farhad is written by Howard Chaykin, who drew Farhad's adaptation himself some time ago. It seems Farhad just keeps coming back to haunt Howard. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. The artists for Farhad are Mike Mignola and Al Williamson, with painted color by Cheryl Lynn Van Valkenburg. Nell describes the art for the book as stunning. It's so good it'll knock your eyeballs out of their sockets. Another horrifying item you might want to check out is the new handheld video game from Game Boy starring that creepy crawler, acronophobic Spider-Man. There will also be Spidey video game for home use coming soon. Just picture how scary that is, a video game being played in your own house. It's enough to straighten out your vertebrae just thinking about it. In other terrifying news, writer Deadhead Michael Higgins stopped by the office the other day. If you don't think that sounds scary, you've never met Higgins. Higgins, or the Hig Beast to his friends, dropped in on his editor, ex-skinhead White Castle hamburger eater Mike Rotzwicks, to discuss plans for Power Pack, surely Marvel's most terrifying title. Of course, terror is a purely subjective term, and your own mileage may vary. So I have to say something about Power Pack. Power Pack is it's a bunch of kids. They're like, it's very interesting to me. It was a cute little story, Power Pack was, but it was these 4 kids that had like superpowers. Finally, if you want to see something really scary, you might want to check out the first issue of the official handbook of the Marvel Universe Master Edition. This will be an ultra definitive telling you everything you ever wanted to know about all your favorite or least favorite Marvel characters. You don't think that sounds scary? Well, how about this? A frightening amount of research went into this project. Do you know how much time it takes to read through all those back issues? We had to spend hours in the Marvel-bound volume room. Have you ever seen that room? It's like a tomb. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Just in time for All Hallows Eve, we have the results of the hyper-accurate Marvel zombie census. This past summer, we scored the convention trail like vampires hunting for the succulent meal. We ask you, the Marvel readers, to sit down and be counted, and you obeyed en masse like the good little zombies we knew you were. So here then is the final tally for our poll. The 1990 Marvel Zombie Census shows the grand total of 3,158 zombies. That's pretty good. But that's not enough. We won't rest until Marvel-worshipping zombies the world over declare their zombicity. So if we didn't get you this year, you can be sure we'll be back next year to try again. And next time you won't be able to hide from us. This is Digger signing off till next year at this time. Till then, keep shuffling. Okay. We are seeing We are being hailed, Your Majesty. Hailed? By what, Sidestep? A starship, Your Grace. A starship? After all these centuries. Mind scan pros this starship and tell me all there is to know about its occupants. What do you think, Buster? Who could it be? It's not. It's them. It can't be. Don't be so sure, Shadow. I don't know, Blockade, but silence! I must concentrate. There are 7 of them. I scan great power among them, and by the Claw One. Yes, what is it? The Mother World. Earth? They are from Earth? The Overmen. It must be the Overmen. Cease your nonsense, Sidestep. Sorry, you guys couldn't see that. Here's this. She's my favorite. One of my favorites. The Overmen are myth, a fable told to the peasant children to give them hope for the future, so they would grow and work hard without complaining. But should our visitors attempt to question our right to sovereignty, or should they stand against us with those who would unlawfully assert our authority, then they will find out that there can be no greater foe in all of creation than Rancor. Next, the world of mutants. And here's our story thing. Dear Jim, Force versus the Guardians in issue 5 was nicely handled. I found the matchup between Broadside and Charlie 27 particularly amusing, although the battle had some deadly ramifications. The very interesting revolution was made in the confrontation between Yondu and Photon. Imagine finding a mate that you thought that you were the last of your race, and she'd rather die than be with you. All in all, another superb issue. You've given us excellent covers, great scripting, and wonderful interior art with plots that seem to flow from issue to issue at breakneck speed. Life in the 31st century. Charles S. Novoskine, Grand Junction, Colorado. The ramifications of Yondu's meeting, Futon, are not over yet, Charlie, as this and future issues will attest. Expect to see some serious changes in our fin-headed friend as a direct result of this. Dear Guardians, first the criticism. Jim Valentino, you are one of the best illustrators in the comic, a very good writer and a talented storyteller. So why do you insist on having captions that merely detail the event you have already drawn so beautifully? Believe me, if this comic wasn't so close to being the best fun-filled action series in the last quarter century, I wouldn't make such a big deal over what it is really a small gripe. Now for the praise. I admire the abundance of mindless violence. If anything, I would like to see more violence on a cosmic scale. Not just energy bolt knocking guys down, but mountains blowing up, planets trembling, asteroids pounded to the dust over an opponent's head, etc. In a series like this, it's best to violate the laws of physics as blatantly and as often and as possible in the 22 pages. Any chance that DC and Marvel could get over their differences and start doing crossovers again? The Legion of Superheroes, the Guardians of the Galaxy would be interesting to see, especially since they're so different now. P.S. Are Stan Lee and Jack Kirby still alive in the 31st century? Local fans and I believe they lived forever. Well, no. But okay. That is Joseph R. Caprico Jr., Newport, Michigan. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby will always live. So long as there's Marvel Comics. Joe Nuff said. As for the future Marvel DC team-ups, there's no plans right now, but never say never. Personally, we'd love to see them return too. Dear Jim, first, let me start by saying the issue number 5's cover, as inked by the incredible Todd McFarlane, was excellent. It's quite possible that Force may win the contest to secure the shield of Captain America, but whether or not they hold on to it is another matter entirely. Interface, the leader of Force, seems to think that being in possession of this shield will somehow make them invincible. Thus, they seem to be going after it as though it was the Holy Grail. Force is a group of unusual individuals, and I can't help but wonder if perhaps Photon or Skander are mutants. And what about Tachyon. I can only assume that gender has no relevance in this alien creature. How did it come together, and better yet, why? It would be interesting to see the origin of this group. John W. Megala, Fontana, California. An origin story for Force? Now there's an idea. What do the rest of you think? Would you like to know more about this group, perhaps in a story in the aforementioned annual? Let us know. Oh, and by the way, John, yes, you surmised correctly. Photon, 85, and Scanner are all mutants. And yes, Tachyon is neither male or female, but something quite different. Galactic Gateways. I have one question about Starhawk. I know that he can travel the speed of light, but how can he emit energy beams when he is at light speed? The energy he fires should be traveling at light speed as well. If this is the case, he should be able to keep pace with the beam and not be outdistanced by it. Keep the space channels open, keep your guard up, and don't falter. Until Vance takes a shower, make mine marvel. Well, he just took a shower, so I guess you're not going to be... Yeah. Jesse Sanchez, Condora, California. Uh-oh, Jesse. Vance took a shower in this issue. Now what? Your observations are both correct and astute. Astute.
Askewed.
A-S-T-U-T-E.
Where is it?
Well, they broke it up. A-S. Astute.
Yeah, astute.
Astute. The answer is that Starhawk can only obtain light speed in space and not in a planetary atmosphere. Therefore, he is not traveling as fast as his energy beams. All clear, good now. Please explain it to us. We're as confused as ever. Guardians of the Galaxy. This letter is going to be mainly focused on the future issues of the Guardians of the Galaxy. First of all, I heard that there will be a male phoenix that the Guardians will meet when they find the mutant world colony. I also found out that they're going to meet a descendant of Wolverine. I can't wait until that is released. Jason Morale in Hawaii. Well, Jason, fasten your seatbelt and hang on, because it all begins in just 30 short days from now. We promise you the roller coaster ride of your life. Next issue, it all begins as the Guardians find the long-lost colony of the Free Earthmen and come face-to-face with a woman called Rancor. Just who is she and just how she came to be will shock you. Special guest cover inker Rob Liefeld makes this a collector's item you won't want to miss. Part 1 of the World of Mutants saga in just 30 days. Tell a friend. Okay, and then we have this new advertisement for the Punisher. Machine gun, 6th Street tough level, super arcade action, rocket launchers, he who lives wins, the NES game, M16s. Yep. And then this one on the back is, talk yourself out of a tough situation. Introduce laser scope for Conmi, the amazing voice activated firing system for Nintendo. You know, I've seen them, but I've never seen one work. Now you can zap the enemy using the sound of your voice with Kami's incredible laser scope voice command, optical targeting headset. Just zero in on your target through the scope and then say fire, and it does. And you can even switch to rapid shooting, turbo fire when things get really tough. Laser scope connects easily to your Nintendo control deck and works with any Nintendo Zapper game. Plus, with laser scope, all of the awesome game action sound goes right to your own ears, not your mom's or dad's. So get some high-tech, hands-free excitement today with laser scope, and you'll have the most powerful voice in video games. Alrighty. Yes, for Mike. Yes, he does Hellboy. You are correct. I have a Hellboy. I don't have a comic book. I have a little book that came with one of the DVD sets. I don't remember which one. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the covers for 9 and 10. And then I'm going to spend some time, maybe half an hour or so, making some stuff. I also have to look at some paper, because I've got some new colors I have to work out and match up to make a new journal. So the next couple weeks I'll be making stuff for another journal. These were just freeform stuff I was making. So So these are next week's, unless something happens again, but that feels weird. Why does that feel weird? Okay. So we have Rancor in the world of mutants, because you can't have a Marvel comic book without them. I'm teasing. There are lots of Marvel comic books without mutants. Okay, and then number 10, which will be the last of the Guardians of Galaxy we will read. We can come back and visit them, but I'm only doing 10 comic books of each series. Otherwise, we'll never get to see a little bit of each. And then so we have this one back in the world of mutants again. That's Jim Lee, it says. So it's a nice cover though. But there's some better covers out there. All right, so what we're going to do is I got to look through this paper right here real quick. I got these papers I need to look at really quick. Then I'm going to show you how I'm going to make some stuff. Also, I have to make a print of, I have to do some printing of colors. What else I have? I have this, so I'm going to take this out. I have to look at this one, because if it's not, I haven't done anything to it, I think I'm going to add it for my new journal I'm making. And that was these ones. So more envelopes. I don't need more envelopes. I need to pull this out though. This is my art thing I was working on. That's going someplace else. Okay. So I hope you guys liked the reading of the comic books. Hope that was fun for you. All right, so I'll put that there. I need to look at the back of these. I'm looking for some colors. Like I think that's one of them. I'm gonna cut these. I'm gonna put that aside. I think this one too, maybe. Not these. I'll use these to make stuff. Make stuff with. Okay. These are my Lucy papers. Lucy papers. I like the back. I like the color of that. I might use that. Okay, and this was that things I made. Oh, there they are. I was wondering where they went. I need to put them aside too. Okay. Maybe that one there. These would be nice. Okay, so we're gonna cut these out and use them today. Okay. All right, so what you do is you're gonna need those. If you want to make hidden bobby pins, not bobby pins, paper clips, you're gonna need a couple different sizes of paper, and you're gonna need paper clips. That side color I need. Okay, so I have all this paper that I need to get rid of. Paper I need to get rid of and use at some point in time. So I'm going to show you how you do this. First, we got to find a solid, nice piece of paper. Not this one. That's not this one. Not these. These are cardboard. I'm not using those right now. These out. So I got pictures on this that I want to use. Okay, so what you do is you need to get your bobby pins. Where did I put them? Bobby pins. Where'd you go, my bobby pins? Ah. It said I'm a stellar athlete and hyperlight drifter since I beat the soccer's trial. Well, that's cool. You beat the soccer trial? That's awesome. Let me, I'm going to turn up the music a little bit for you guys. No, I don't have anything going on. That's fine. Okay. Alright, so you need some paper clips. These are my big ones. I have other ones, but... And the idea is that you're going to hide these so that they are decorative. So I'm going to show you how to make them a couple of different ways. So first what you do is find the base paper. I like this one. So we're going to fold this like this. And then you put these on there like this. Maybe. Okay. And then you're gonna cut them. So I have to find my scissors. Cut them. Oh. Put this up here. That would keep them. And how far apart you go is up to you, but you want to go at least past, a little bit past each side of your paper clip here. And cut it however, if you've got I have a cutter someplace, I just can't do it right now. Okay, so now you're going to want to even that out since I made it so crooked. You don't need to have it this low, so you just need it past. So like I might want to trim this side out a little bit so I can get it evener, if that's a word, even, so I can get it even. And then you're gonna cut this part. Now, what you need is another piece of paper that's going to be, let's put this one aside. It's going to cover your bobby pin. So let's see if I have something I like. I don't know if this is going to work because this won't cover all the way. So I need another paper that's the same length. It's going to cover that. So, let's find one here, like this. Okay. But you don't want it to cover. It doesn't have to cover it completely. And there's different ways to make hidden. This is the way I learned. There's some other ways. want to showcase some of this purple right here. I like this purple. So I'm not gonna do, probably gonna do maybe, you can measure these all out too. I just don't. Just measuring things doesn't work well for me. So cut this, and this piece here. So like that, see? So that's where it's gonna go. So I gotta get my glue out now. Oh, I got a glue mess in this one. Oh yeah. Wow. I don't know if it's gonna work on this end. A lot of glue that came out. Okay. You know. You can use fabric too. I have used fabric. So now we're gonna go this side. You can use a glue gun too, if you have one. I have one. I have like quite a few of them, different sizes. So you could use that too. Oop, oop, let me throw that around. I don't know where my lid went. Let's throw it around. Do that. So the reason it's called it's hidden because it's underneath this thing, but we're gonna put some other stuff on it. So if you're like, how does that work? Well, you lift this edge up of your paper and then you stick it in like that. See? That's how that works. And you can put whatever you want on your paper. So you could, I will probably trim it up a little bit more right here. But I want some of that purple. I like the purple. So then I could take this. So okay, so then you take this one and I could do it like that, if I wanted, or I could flip it and use this back color. Should be pretty too. If you have stickers, you could put stickers on them. I have stickers. They're not right here available yet. I do. I have something else I'm gonna put on here though. Put this side because you gotta put this on. So you could have. I could write something on there if I wanted. It's all based on your imagination. Some people do these so pretty. There's one I want to do, I just haven't gotten around to it, where the lady was showing how you took swatches of fabric and then you embroidered on them. That seemed kind of cool too. Now I could take like this. So, do an edge here, not so much the. To make it more tactile. That fabric paper, or maybe like this. Because now you could just decorate it as you see fit. Everything got very gunky. It happens sometimes. Gunkies. And then, like I said, if you had some stickers, you could put stickers on there, or I have pictures I want to put. Which one do I want? That would be kind of cool. Maybe right here. Or maybe I want it on this side. But if I want it this side, I probably have to. Do this side. Oh, my whole thing came off. Probably won't do this side then, because it just came off. The whole thing. This is an old glue, so that's why it's been in the back of my thing for a while. So I'm gonna put this. might trim this one on the side. So there's that. Then crayon things I have here. I'll take the color out of it. I think that pink is one of my favorite ones. There we go. We don't really have to color the whole one of it. So there's one. Like I said, how this works is you then stick it on. I don't have my, where'd it go? I was gonna do that, but I'll do this. Okay, so I have this little journal I made a while back. It's another one of the thing. So if I wanted to, what you could do instead of worrying about it opening, you could just put one of these in it. Like that. Because I have to let it dry though first. I'm going to stick it in this one. Of course not. Why is it not going to go? Should go. Okay, right. Maybe it's just, this is too thick. Could be. It could be because it's not dried either, so. Come on. There you go. See? Now you've got this color thing there you can put in it in your journal. Okay. I don't know if that's where I'd put it, but I mean, that's what you can do with it. And then you can put other things in it. So like say you wanted to put little cards, you can make a bunch of cards and put it in. But it's still wet. I can feel it needs to dry. So I'm going to put it up here. This one here, I'm going to make stuff with it. I just have to figure out what. So colors that's going in this new journal. Pretty close to this, I think. I have to print it out. I just haven't had a chance yet. So like this color here. And then there's a blue, I think. Or it might be this one here. Anyway, so might be that color too. And then I think there's a blue in it and a green were the colors. Okay, so I'm gonna call it quits here, and I will be back tomorrow afternoon. I might play around an hour or so with my son on Marvel Rivals. And then I'm going to play some No Man's Sky later in the afternoon part. I don't know what's happening on Saturday yet with Ashenda. I will let you know as soon as I find out from her what we're doing, if we're doing anything. Anyhow, I will catch up with y'all on the flip side. I'm out of here. Peace. Later, Feely. Thanks for hanging out with me. Like I said, we'll read our comic books next week. I'll probably be making some more little journal things like this. And I'm gonna, over the week, I'm gonna try to make the big cover for the journal and start making the signatures to go in it for this particular one that I need in April. So, catch you all on the flip side. Peace.